Tory Lanez is done. If there was a word beneath canceled.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That canceled.
Yeah.
You're not gonna play none of his records?
I mean, do you consider if you play an artist's records, is that considered supporting them?
Is it being monetized?
Technically, he's getting paid from it.
I mean, we just sent them a nickel right now.
You know, I mean, from us playing it.
Yeah, we just.
You know what I'm saying? So technically, that's supporting them. So I wouldn't do
have
that.
you deleted all the R. Kelly music out of your library?
Fuck no.
Hey man, you go to Asia, they love R. Kelly.
Exactly.
They don't give a shit about what that man did.
It's only in the U.S. Hey, listen, again, we don't condone what he did. He's an asshole.
Yes. Let's clarify that really quick.
We're going to clarify that up real quick. But if I traveled overseas and they wanted to hear some R. Kelly, I'm going to drop that shit.
It doesn't bother you that some of those songs were written about the women he was
How do I know that? That's only my assumption. I don't know that. I don't know he wrote about these young women. He never wrote those songs about those.
Right, that's just what they say.
That's what they say.
Can't always believe they.
Exactly.
I need that kind of friend. I do have that kind of friend.
Hey,
listen, man.
I'm always here for you.
So we don't feel like that about Tory.
All I care about right now is this air horn that we finally installed 56 shows
the
later.
Lifesaver, in case anything goes wrong.
Man.
Switch the topic. Burr, 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 burr.
That's how you transition right there, baby.
What are you guys big air horn users? Were you guys big air horn users?
Where am I using the air horn?
I'm
about to just update my ringtone to an air horn just for the feeling. just because I missed it.
Shed a tear every time the phone goes up. Oh, there it is.
Wake up to burr, 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 burr.
Yeah, I abused it when I was what you call.
Of course.
Did you ever use it to get out of a bad transition?
No. I don't have bad transitions.
Oh, shit. Hold on, man.
Air horn.
Hold on.
What is wrong?
It's new.
That was the moment.
I said his name though, and then I did the air horn. Mickey, you got to give
wide
me a
open.
second. You got to give me a second to fulfill this.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Mickey, you ever use an air horn to get out? Like, oh, here we go. Reset.
I think it's just
Mickey
like
War in the house.
No, it's a good reset. You get to play all the records, and then if you did the whole, press a Q sound horn and a Q at the same time. You get that little.
Oh yeah.
From the tinna from the top.
Okay.
And explosion.
Of course,
we don't have that.
We'll get that. We got to figure out what we got to get rid of to put the explosion in.
You can
and
put
at
the
some point, a
explosion
gunshot.
at any time.
Put it on the second
My
base.
last globalization.
No, you can't
mix.
go to the second mate unless the laptop's hooked up.
So bring your fucking laptop.
I'm not going to do that. Just for the fucking
You have it here.
I hardly touch it. What do you want, man?
That's what she said.
Speaking of touching, we got some love languages to go over.
Hold on. Let me rephrase all of this.
Hold on. Bring it back to the one. Bring it back to the one.
Give me your horn. Thank you. So look.
Hold on. Episode 56. Mickey wants to jump into it. Let me introduce ourselves. Episode 56.
That's right.
Dainjazone, MikiWAR, DJ Rell. And we got a crowd here.
So we going to be extra.
Yeah, super extra.
We came here to pod.
A lot of extra.
Heck yeah. No, we got a
women in the
topic.
building.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? Hey, women, don't be afraid to jump on that mic and give us your 2 cents.
Microphone. Okay.
Come on, Missy. I don't have
Anyway, we have a fun topic to talk about today. And it's perfect because, we usually have our pre-production, which is a FaceTime call.
Yeah.
A day before our pod. We like to be prepared. We're professionals here.
Yeah. If you want to call that professional, a day before.
Well, for sure, 30 minutes of his bullshit.
Yeah.
And us not wanting to say goodbye. But,
Rell, some NBA players used to slam 6-packs at halftime and go out and put up 20.
Hey, listen,
I don't know what you want to define the professional.
I'm not judging.
All right.
Just stating what the facts are.
But this week was so special. We did it 2 days ago.
Man.
Yeah.
To really let things marinate.
Super prepared.
And what was really awesome about that, and I was kind of just thinking this out loud with the guys, and there's a huge emphasis in successful relationships when you know each other's love languages. And then there's 5 love languages.
That is correct.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
5 love lanlanguages.
What are they?
Break them down, Joseph.
They are, I got them in the notes. Words of affirmation,
okay.
Acts of service,
Yep.
gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
Okay.
What is your love language?
My love language with Sam, the only love language I have with the only person in this world.
Way to clarify that.
so extra. Is
Get your shit off.
was
Sorry.
it
Yo, you were like, never mind. We'll talk about DMX later, but
acts of service?
Acts of service.
Yeah,
Okay.
and what
That's
I realized.
so again, understand that means that's what you like to receive, not to give.
That's
you say-
what. No,
that's not how you show your love.
Yeah, that's not how
That's
you
how you
show
wanna
your
be
love.
loved.
That's how you want to.
Okay, well, let
accept
me
it.
break it down for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sam's love language is she says it's quality time, and which is true, but what she may not be aware of is, what was the other one? What she may not be aware of is acts of service on the low is really what keeps our relationship flowing well. And what I mean by all that is I've noticed when I do something for her, just spontaneously, do the dishes or pick something up, or hey, you want me to run the coffee bean? You want some? I got you.
Mm-hmm.
She is more likely to make note of that and pick up the dishes next time, or do something and just say, hey, stay in the studio. I'm gonna cook these peas. I got these mashed potatoes. Yeah. All right, cool.
Range.
Now, when she,
He only named size though. It's only size.
when I ball out, she balls out, Mickey. When I ball out, she balls
I'm
out.
sorry. I'm sorry.
So,
Something salty.
no disrespect to women.
No,
It's not a good look. Don't get canceled right now, Mickey. We need you on the show.
Sam gonna fuck me up.
So,
She'll go hard on her rings now.
what happens is it's not reciprocal if it's just a one-sided thing.
Yeah,
Right.
She will do
Right.
something nice for me, and the next time something comes up, she'll be like, "No, I've done enough nice things for this guy." Like he's got this one.
Oh, she's tallying your shit up.
So there's a score.
There's like not a physical score, but it will come back in her head. I've done a lot of nice things for him. He needs to stop being selfish, and
Sounds
he needs
about right.
to. You know what I mean?
Sounds about
so
Joseph.
when I am one step ahead and I am doing nice things for her,
Right.
it comes back and it's reciprocal, and it just continues the flow of our relationship without even. It's the most effortless flow in most effortless thing a part of our relationship.
So if
Okay,
you were
so
to-
I'm gonna ask you this again.
Yeah.
What is your love language? What do you prefer? Do you prefer acts of service? Or
Yes.
is that, okay.
And that's my
and that's Sam's as well.
That's Sam's, but she
said
on the
quality
low.
time.
In my mind, that's
what you think.
what gets her.
Yeah, got you.
In the
So that's
zone.
from observation, not actually
Observation. Yeah.
asking. Okay. And if you were to freeze time right now, who owes who right now?
What do you mean?
Where's the score?
Who's in the
What's the
lead?
scoreboard? Yeah.
Oh, we're even.
Okay.
We're even. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's not gifts. That's not me buying her something. And even though
No,
she does nice things after I get her stuff, that's not the intention of the gift.
She does nice things after I give her stuff.
Yeah, you go out, you get some pancakes, and she's like, you know what?
Well, typically it's like two primary love languages, and then you could have
Yeah.
more
yeah.
than.
There's like
So
subcrates.
you would say quality time and acts of service are leading over the other three.
Yeah.
And then quality time is uno.
her.
Quality time is, so she says.
Is that why you guys schedule your sex? No.
Oh man.
For comedy's sake, I really feel like she can check off all these motherfuckers. Like just run right through. Check up every day. I need to check off. Did I do words of affirmation? Yes. Did I do acts of service? Yes. Did I give her
technically
something?
that's how it should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to check off the
obviously,
boxes.
like the
Gifts is
the
like,
gifts
all
is a
right.
little thing. I mean, it could be like you said. I'm gonna go coffee bean. You want me to go get you something? That could be, a gift.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
And around, what's that?
Oh,
or your
local
local
coffee shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm just-
Or I
Trying to change the narrative 2020.
yeah. Moving on.
What are your love languages, bro?
Mine's what I would like to receive is physical touch. Can you keep your hands on me? That's how I know you love me.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
all right,
But
all
my
right.
significant other, hers is words of affirmation. She likes to be told certain things, and I'm terrible with my words. So that's something that
Oh, I know.
I'm evolving.
I know.
This nigga.
Mickey, what's your
For me, it's words of affirmation and physical touch.
That's what you like to receive? And your significant other likes?
I think I'm still figuring that out. No, I'm just playing. Quality time and
gift giving.
Is she a gift giver? What are the other ones?
If a woman says
physical touch, gifts, acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time.
No, it's probably quality time and physical touch.
If a woman says that her love language is gift giving, or gift receiving,
right?
Is she considered a gold digger?
As an escort, that's the only love language I speak.
Wow,
I am foreign to every language outside of love. Outside
I feel
of
like
gifts.
that's how escorting was created.
You're probably right.
That love language.
Yeah, but it's not like it lasts very long. It's what we're talking for the day.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's a new day or the weekend. Depends on how you booked me. So
it's been a minute since you got booked, huh?
It's all right though. Well, the efficient escort saved up a lot of money, and I'm doing all right.
I hope so.
I'm doing all right.
So what's amazing about this entire topic is also that internally we've all been trying. Well, and to get to the point of this whole episode today was with love languages and how important they are to have a successful relationship. With your significant other, there is a correlation to the work environment.
Absolutely.
Hence, work languages.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How we can work with each other or with your person in your workplace. And in our case, this is our workplace. And we thought how fun it would be to discuss each other's work languages.
Yeah.
Because we all kind of work a little differently in how we get things done or not get things done.
Or lack thereof.
I can definitely start with myself.
Or take our time to get things done.
We'll get there. And what's
this is a safe space, by the way.
Right. This is, we're here. It is what it is. And we press record. Dainja.
Technically, it's home court advantage for Miki because we're in a store.
Technically.
We'll be all right. We'll be
right. We're on the wood. All right. So, Dainja, I had asked him, hey, can you shoot over how we can improve the show in X amount of ways? And feel free to dissect, each one of us. And so this might be a little bit of a curveball because I didn't really give Dainja the heads up that I was going to bring that up.
But this is how we like to operate.
What was my favorite part about the entire email is on improving the podcast as a whole, he didn't mention himself for any improvement.
Of course not.
I'm aware of that.
Of course not. Of course not.
He's in owning up to it.
Yeah, because
so
I know where I can improve, and I want you guys to tell me where I can improve.
But we would like to see where you think you want to improve at.
I think understanding you guys more. I think communication, like you said, work languages are different for everybody.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, Miki, what's your work language? What's yours and what's yours? And so I know it's like what comes to mind is like a coach, and a coach has different players, different personalities. You can't treat each player the same. Everyone receives information and whatever differently. So you got to understand different like what's his name? The coach of the Yankees during the 90s, Joe Torre. All those all those superstar personalities. It's just about managing them and understanding what gets them going. So with you guys, it's like, okay, I need to just listen and I need to keep track of what makes Miki move forward better, what works best for him, not what works best, what you do best for me, or where I'm happy with what you do.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, fair.
Who was I didn't get this email. I wasn't CC'd on this email. So who was the person that had the longest list of improvements or he felt like could improve?
I had the longest paragraph.
You had the longest paragraph.
Yeah, Miki.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that. We
don't need to get
leave
details.
We'll leave off the details of that email.
Yeah, we'll get
to get to the
details.
point of this episode because I don't want we could talk about this some other time. Anyway.
Yeah, y'all mind your own business and go through sort your own shit out. Stop trying to get in our shit.
Wow. Even though we're bringing it.
Even though we're telling you.
All right. So work languages, we named off a couple, right? And then some do carry over. So words of affirmation. And just for some clarity there, that's like, hey, great job today on today's podcast.
Oh, thank you.
I think you had some really good takes.
Yeah, well,
man, when you tiptoed around, Sam's gift of wanting, the great job.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Well, you know,
Great
Things
job
like
when you tiptoed.
they say when you're walking on thin ice, just start tap dancing and say fuck.
And so, you know, encouragement.
Yeah.
Um,
Encouragement.
yeah, acts of service, right? Sometimes
Mickey brings waters for us. You know,
thank
and
you.
provides waters.
I'm
That's
glad
great.
somebody brought that
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
Wait, does that count as gifts,
Um,
or is it an?
I
act
think
of
gifts
service?
would
It
be
can
More of an
like
act of
when Joe
service.
brought us a plate.
Oh, he did bring us food.
When he brought us food that
Oh
time.
yeah, you feed
See,
somebody.
come on, man. I take note of everything, man. You know?
that's
That
very
and
nice.
coffee. It could be.
Yes.
I mean, just to correlate to the everybody else who.
Hold on.
Who's
before
not at
you
their 9 to 5.
continue, I was so pissed off at you. The podcast before when we had our argument right before we recorded when Amen was here.
Yeah.
He brought me a
That's
water.
every podcast.
He was so pissed off at him. I said, "Fuck this water." I left that shit. I want your fucking water. You gonna come here and
Pettiness.
talk to me like that?
Pettiness.
I had an extra water at the end of the
Yeah,
show.
next one. I came back next week, so I was gone. I was like, all right, well, someone enjoyed it.
My shit was
All right.
good. It wasn't fucking the regular shit you were drinking. I get that good water. Still talking about it.
Still talking.
pH levels, baby. Get them up.
Shoot or shoot.
shoot or shoot. Buckets, baby. No touching in the workplace.
No touching in the
Okay,
workplace.
that one doesn't apply. And I think that's like kind of the main ones that kind of carry over.
Well, let me say
ahead.
this though.
Jump in there.
Touching back in the days when we used to shake hands, if you shook someone's hand
It
and
is a
then you
different
took
day.
your left hand and you held their bicep or their arm or their shoulder, that was like that made the other person feel warm and welcome in within you guys' relationship.
Got it.
That's like a fact. That's like
I heard that's
scientific,
some
you know?
white supremacy shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I just never felt comfortable with a man that or I shouldn't say man, a person in general, man and woman, grabbing my elbow. How you just shake my fucking hand, man? But
But you don't trust anybody.
I don't trust nobody.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's my own issue. You know what I mean?
You know,
My
but another
self-respect.
thing
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like if we're just hanging out and you know Mickey does some good and I grab his shoulders, like, hey man, yeah, that was dope, or congrats on this and that. You know, like
I mean, y'all relationship
that's
is
a warm
different. Our
feeling.
relationship is different. If y'all did it to me, I would.
I'll start touching you more, bro.
Yo, I could just imagine the face on Rell, like Rell would make.
I just want to see what
if
he
you
do.
like, you really shook his hand and grabbed his elbow. Like what? Like you come and cup the elbow.
Damn hands off of me.
Like just like
Grab me like
just
that
a quick.
Don't put me for like
Wrong
that.
with you.
You're too close, man.
Yeah.
Don't forget to cup the elbow.
All right, last one.
Anyway, no touching. A little,
You got it.
tap on the butt. Some not like
In
back
the
the
workplace, I mean, if
day.
you,
Before
yeah,
it's changed now.
in the lower back,
There's a lot of lower. Okay,
lower
fair.
back.
But you can't really do none of that shit no more.
Nah, you're not supposed to.
A handshake or a high five will do just fine. But you can't even do that nowadays.
Wait, completely separate topic. Is blowing out candles on your birthday cake canceled completely?
Is it really?
It's
Why?
fair.
Yeah, that's
You don't know.
get your own cake.
Don't eat the fucking cake then. Shit. It's my cake. It's my birthday. You ain't gotta eat this shit.
Cut the slice, put the candle.
Oh, I see.
You understand now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's just so complicated. Can you just hold the candle and just blow it?
Anyway, so we bring all this up because we want to find better ways
Wait,
to work
did
with
you
each
leave out
other. I left off.
act of service,
Access service
FaceTime,
was on
phone
there.
call?
Well,
No, he
yeah.
just-
So
he just
I
said
felt
the
in the
ones that
workplace,
correlate, yeah.
there's people that like to communicate differently.
Okay,
So then there's distance and digital communication,
right.
right? The
Emails,
people who,
texting.
you get invited to Zoom calls and, it could have been handled over an email or a text
Yeah.
versus having to actually be on FaceTime or a phone call. And then there's the opposite, which is the person that wants the FaceTime. There's always that person that FaceTimes you for everything. And then when you pick up, you're looking at the ceiling. For what?
Yeah, no.
And then you gotta hold them, and then they're
Yeah.
like, they're here anyway.
Yeah.
So those people, I'm not. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then we could talk about DJ love languages afterwards. But how do you guys like to be worked with? Pause.
was-
Acts
well,
of
wait for
service.
you.
I didn't know. I had to slowly just pause. Sorry.
I again, as a part of my love language, acts of service works with my work language.
How does acts of service look like in
Give us an example. Would you like
Well,
to see, Joseph?
Well,
How would you receive?
just if we're talking about the DJ field, right? That's what we do. That's what we know best. DJ says, "Hey, I put in a word with so and so."
Mm.
Oh, well, thank you. You didn't have to. Or if I can connect someone with a booker or if I can connect someone, if we can get someone on our to drop a mix, they are always incredibly thankful. And it's like, you know, I don't want anything in return. I don't need anything in return.
Okay.
I'll give props to somebody. Sent a postcard as a thank you.
Yep.
Dope.
And for being
I don't know
on the
if he
show.
wanted us to share that.
No? All right.
But he did.
I mean, you could bleep out his name.
Yeah. What?
You could bleep out
Oh.
his name.
Yeah, so no, he sent one thanking us for being on the radio, and he had sent me one just randomly sometime last year. Just, hey man, I enjoy connecting with you. We talk. I love our conversations about how we can improve the culture and how we can improve each other.
No, there's definitely a box of big ass note cards that he can generally say, but I think that's really proactive of him because nobody
absolutely.
does that.
Yeah,
And so being able to even just have that and just being like, oh look, like a
Yeah.
thank you card. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
And you'll never forget that. That
no,
stands out today,
that's why,
this day and age.
it's
Yeah.
bringing it up.
Yep,
You know,
for sure.
bleep
Rell?
them out if you like.
What's my language?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good one.
Well, let's talk. Let's figure it out for you.
Yeah, let's figure it out.
What? Okay, you don't like to be touched. How do you? Are you more of a texter, emailer, as opposed to FaceTimer?
I'm more of a texter. That's across the board. Texter,
Okay, so
email,
you handle your communication.
off texting and what you call it. I don't want to talk to nobody.
You
But I shouldn't say that. I would prefer to have a face-to-face conversation with someone, but I don't need to be on the phone with you. Because like you said, I don't need to be looking up at the ceiling or someone or holding the thing up in the air. If we're going to communicate via technology, then text, email.
Right.
that's what works
Right.
best.
That's what works best for
That's
me.
what connects with you and makes
Yeah,
you feel
yeah,
good
yeah,
about what
yeah.
you're doing. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Mickey.
I'm on the same boat. I think unless it's something serious or sensitive, which at that point I would either do a voice note or a phone call or a FaceTime, because sometimes it gets tricky if I'm asking you to do something and it might come off like aggressive or it might come off as like naggy.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't want that person to take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't require that attention or at least my voice to tell you what my angle is,
You have to add some sort of tone to it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
then I think I'm very much an email guy. Matter of fact, like I email myself a lot.
Yeah.
Like not because nobody emails me, but because it's
Like Cher and Clueless sending herself flowers.
well, I mean, somebody could use this tidbit, but like if you like, I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I'm sure many people have options like QuickBooks or Mint or things that sync to their books. But in my case, based on my father, who I only would remember his wallet being like the size of a hamburger because he'd always carry receipts. And like, I swear to you, we could be returning something from 5 months ago. And he's just like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
And he's going to like a filing cabinet, right? For
Yeah.
receipts. And so I created, don't spam this email, but at gmail.com.
Mhm.
And so every time I take a picture, I immediately email it.
Mm.
And then that way, when I go to my accountant, I just give them the login to the Gmail, and then all my receipts are
Yeah,
there
we
in
gonna use that for
chronological
hits
order.
So we're using that for hits only because that's smart.
That's actually smart. Yeah.
Real
Oh,
smart.
yeah, no, thanks. Because then it's a contact,
Mhm.
and then you don't lose the risk
Yeah.
of, losing it. You change your phone.
I need your receipts.
Yeah, so you could create whatever your name is,
There you go.
receipts at gmail.com, and it's literally all organized for you, and you don't have to explain anything because it'll go backed up against whatever your accounting is.
Yeah.
So
That's a gem right there.
Mhm.
yeah, but then in the same tone, I email myself sometimes, and you can always use the schedule to send feature on Gmail. So if I wanted to email myself Monday morning to do something, I can schedule to hit my email at that time, and then it'll say like whatever the task was that I want to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
And that's another thing I learned about Mickey when we were talking about this, because we've been in talks about advancing the show and doing and bigger opportunities. So it's like, all right, if we're gonna do this, we all got to be on the same page, and we have to have our undivided attention with this new opportunity. So I told Mickey, I don't want to do this shit unless we put in our undivided attention. And that was a part of learning more about you, even though we've known each other half our lives, was how can I improve, or how can we improve the flow of our work? And you telling me schedule an email, to remind me to do X, Y, and Z. It's like, oh, okay, cool. If I would have been hard-headed, I would have said, no, just do it like my X, Y, and Z, or what is just traditionally X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was so important to bring up the work languages, because you're going to work differently, right? And you're going to be able to feel confident that you can remind yourself to do X, Y, Z. How you handle things, how you look at your schedule, how you go about your day or your week looks a lot different than how I go about mine. And there's zero point in arguing about my schedule is busy or I'm doing this and whatever. There's no point of that conversation. All I can do is tell you.
Do you even know what I do, bro?
All I can tell you is my work language, and then hope you're willing to accept that. And that's the way we could become the most successful. If you want to fight that, or if anybody wants to fight it, then immediately we're getting into an area where it's like, okay, I'm not sure this will be as successful as we want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think part of that conversation that we all had, and we can get into all of it, but everybody has, we can all admit some flaws. Like, I'm not the best at reposting or posting content after the fact. I'm, for whatever reason, like lack or don't know where it fits the best to get the most engagement. So sometimes I'm having a tough time with that. Or there's a clip that I might not be like, I'm not like fully on board with that's the best clip, whatever the case may be. And so I think there's always ways for us to improve on that process. And it's just our job to figure it out. But I think you're the point guard of this whole thing. That's how I see you. And that's how I think
facilitate the offense, man.
Move forward, because I'm more of a decision maker, not a planner. So if I'm counted on to do certain things, it's like, it's tough for me. But that's the conversation we're having, because we want to succeed and take on new projects that we cannot talk about, right? We will figure out a time for that. But and then we all each of us have our roles. Somebody's gonna run the point, somebody's gonna shoot, somebody's gonna
I'm the playmaker. You told me to work. You told me to play. Let's make it happen.
He'll go get you the ball.
Rell's like the utility man. Like, you just
call me a plumber?
He just like he does a little bit of everything. Like, he like in baseball, he plays every position. So it's like, we need you at third. So
you heard that, girl?
All right.
I play every position.
Okay.
For those that didn't catch on, never mind.
Okay, so we understand each other's work. Again, yours is, both of you have the same one. Distant. Communicating. Digital communication.
Miki and I communicate very well with one another.
But Rell, if you tell Rell to do anything, I mean, within work reason,
Rell, we are in a work environment. You don't got to do the.
Hey man, I get it done. Like I said, I'm a team player. I know my role. I'm a team player. If I actually get it done, I get it done.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Just pass them the ball more. Let's see what happens.
I'm in the paint.
I'm here.
I'm in the paint, baby.
I'm
in the paint all day.
I got you.
Let's go.
I got you. I'll find you.
For you.
Just keep moving.
Yeah.
Keep the offense flowing. I'll find you.
You know what I'm saying?
Little Draymond Green.
You know what I'm saying?
When I'm cooking, don't sit on the 3-point line. I need you to cut back doors, and I'll find you.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I'll set the screen for you if you want to ISO too.
But that's another thing. So it's like you brought up Rell. He'll within the work environment.
Don't just Tyronn lose Sean.
What? What do you
Sean's got one job.
Just leave it on the bench.
Oh, Sean, what's your work language? I'm sorry.
Work language? I really didn't even think about it.
He said, I want you motherfuckers to talk to me.
Well, in all fairness, we didn't send you the.
But I mean, even after
he did
listening,
say that. He said, "Did they send the notes in?" I said, "Damn, yo, they sent it in the chat that you're not in." I was like, "That's fucked up."
We gotta figure this out.
No, but even
he said
after
in the chat when we talk about you.
No, we don't.
Listen, I'm coming for Joe. It don't even matter.
Look,
I know, but
I know there have been. Without knowing, I know there have been chat rooms formulated without me because
No.
It's ever been in a chat room. If you've ever been in a chat room, trust me, they set up a separate chat room to talk about you.
Or it got quiet.
You believe what he just said? Can you believe that shit?
You got to scroll back and see
watch what I'm about to say.
When a chat room was all active and then it wasn't.
Why did you get quiet in here? We were vibing. Okay.
For years, yeah, it lasted and then it died.
What? So just throughout what we're talking about.
Well, yeah,
what
I
you
was
gathered.
saying, even after listening to you guys, I'm still not very certain. But you know,
You do like the FaceTime.
I mean, I just
Erica's
like
shaking her head.
Sean-
I
the
just like
FaceTime guy.
FaceTime because it's
more personal.
2020. It's the future. Like I just think it's the dopest thing, you know, to happen. So
Well,
that's the only reason why I like to FaceTime.
Let me say
I don't
something
think
about
that
FaceTime.
correlates with
He's
working.
been rocking with Soulja Boy since day one. He gets
You feel me? Kiss
So-
me through the phone.
You mentioned voice notes, and I've been sending voice notes for years, and
We used to roast him for that shit.
y'all
Yeah,
thought
we
I
did.
was crazy for sending voice notes. And then one day I get a FaceTime call from Sean, and I'm like, why do you want to look at me? What do you want from me right now? What
Wait,
do
you
you
talking
want to do?
about when
Why
you were
can't you just call me?
overseas? You was overseas or something.
That's different.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
different. But I was at home one day, and you were just so come what's up? What you doing? Like, bro, why you just
Good. Text me.
20,
this shit.
listen, it's 2020, man. You know what I mean?
Nah,
we in the
I'm
future
cool
with
with
it. We're in the
I'm
future.
cool with it.
yeah.
I'm cool with it. But I'm just saying, y'all can't roast me for sending voice notes
Yes, we can.
when you guys are FaceTime.
He got the roast too.
voice notes still haven't really been adopted like
Yeah.
fully.
Remember,
I mean, it's what
remember
you're
Boxer?
comfortable with.
Did you
I'm
have
cool with
Boxer? Did you
Huh?
get that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It tried to be a thing, didn't happen.
Right.
Didn't happen.
But,
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I guess it depends on who whatever chat room you're in, like what's the norm. So when the Party Rock chat, voice notes were sent out all the time, more than text sometimes. Yo, this needs to be done. Make sure we go to the show, do this and that. So that's when I was just like, all right, I got comfortable doing that. So then when, in our chat room, the voice notes, I was like, fuck. But
I think it also becomes because like who's in the chat room, right? Like I could imagine a Party Rock chat room based on their job descriptions or where they would be or the environments. It doesn't matter where the fuck you hear something. But if you're voice noting and somebody has a regular job and you're in the group chat, you don't really know what you're about to hear.
well, that's true.
Now I gotta
That's
wait
true.
to listen to this shit.
Right. Like, or
it might be time sensitive.
yeah. Or, if you're a player, hypothetically speaking,
Allegedly.
right, whatever. And then somebody, you send a voice note like, saying something crazy and you're in the whip with like Apple CarPlay,
Look, I've been known to be roasted for sending long voice notes, and I'm gonna roast myself before y'all jump on it. Okay?
Yeah, there
So
needs to be a
I'll
length.
send
Mile
long-
himself.
because when you're sending a voice note, it's like you're thinking, which is no different than doing FaceTime because you're thinking while you're talking. But
No, start over. Get a fresh take. 45 seconds, man.
okay, that's fair. Reset.
Yeah.
But
Don't take up my time.
But when you have a long message, even if you have it all gathered and you execute every point, when you have a long message, that's still better than sending out a text to me because that's just a lot of typing.
I feel like at that point you might as well just call the person.
Yeah, but I'm not going to
you
call a whole group.
Can you imagine looking at a voice note and seeing 3 minutes and some change? I'm not listening to this shit for 3 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see the time more than
But what if it's a work related voice note? It's one thing if it's just some gossip shit.
That's a voicemail.
Voicemails don't last that long.
That's a voicemail.
Yo, a 3-minute voice message, you might as well be sending that novel that you might get from your significant other.
And you gotta hit the arrow and that shit extends. You ever see that?
Oh,
shit?
If you send me a 3-minute voice message, I'm gonna reply if that's what you want to think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's go. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right,
bet.
Exactly.
Not listen.
Wait, did you even hear what I just said?
Right.
That's how you're feeling.
Man.
But think about it. If you're sending a voice message, you're at the studio, like working on something, and then I'm at the store at the mall. Like, at what point do you? And I don't have my AirPods or something, right? Because that's where that might change. But imagine me trying to be like, "The fuck is he saying?" And I'm allowed a mall, and then I'm supposed to reply to you, and then you're gonna hear nothing but the background noise. Like
Well, there's a time and place for it, but there's also a time and place for texting. Ideally, you don't want to be reading
room and time for text.
I feel like there's
when
always
you're
time for texting.
driving. I would much rather hear a voice note when I'm driving, and even say, yeah, when you submit the mix, just do X, Y, and Z. All right, cool. I'd rather do that than be like,
You
There's
can, but
dictation.
but this is 2020. Most cars, they can speak the text message out to you, and you can do the same thing.
Yeah, but then I gotta read the text and make sure it's.
Nah, they
it's,
read it to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
They read it to you.
Hey Siri, read my text. Oh, go ahead, hold on.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's 2020, baby. We in the
Shut
future,
up.
man. What's
Voice
good?
notes
Both
are
of
the
my
future
series
as
turned
well,
on.
Sean. Voice notes
they're
are
not.
here. Yes, they are.
It's a voicemail, G. That's prehistoric if you ask me. That's a payphone.
It's a beeper, my nigga. Oh man.
All right. So what are you doing?
Oh no.
You gonna send him a
Hit
text?
the air horns
You know,
reset.
Nah, man, my girl sent me a picture from dinner. What am I supposed to do?
Hey,
You gotta
Mike,
say hi.
undivided attention, Mike.
It's right
love
here.
language. Love language.
Attention is yours, huh?
No, attention. Your undivided attention is what's necessary.
Oh, man.
That's not my love language.
It's the positive love language.
Words of affirmation. I am working on it.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned the DJ's love language. What are some of the DJ's love
Yeah.
language?
Clearly, your love language is play your remixes on globalization.
Well, duh. Where else am I gonna play them?
I don't know.
No, I think he meant like you want us to play them.
Yeah,
Right.
that's how you feel the love.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's not like. I mean, yeah, that's nice.
Right.
I don't like freak out if you don't, but it's very nice of you.
But yeah, but you like it.
Is that acts of service or gift giving?
It's an act of service.
Oh, okay.
What
Yeah.
about when like the nickel hits for like playing it? Do you get paid for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing, supporting DJs' music,
Remixes, production,
reposting their flyers or whatever
Whatever they
we're
got
doing
posted on
now.
Podcast.
Yep.
The podcast.
Shout out to everybody who posts up.
Always
the podcast.
posts us up. Yep. Consistently every week. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
That's active service. We
Whoa.
Jesus
Bleep
Christ.
that out.
Man.
What's that? Ginger ale.
Man.
A lot of carbs.
We just ate Thai food.
Right.
Yeah.
Little Patsy you, huh?
I did.
I see.
I know my man. Sorry.
I know my man. Do you?
She's gonna be like, listen here. We can spar.
We got the guys in the truck.
She'll fuck me up. I heard.
Oh, man.
She does the best. Yeah, ask Sean.
Here we go.
Yeah, hit his drop.
Oh, we gotta get a drop for Sean, man.
Yeah, we need to get him a drop.
Canada.
Look, hold on, real quick. I had this theory, right? Because every week, we get a good amount of posts, right? How about we send a random person that posts us and we enter them into a raffle, just for test
Shits and giggles.
Shits for giggles. We'll send a Mag Park care package worth $75 for free.
Okay.
If all they got to do is repost the podcast,
Sure.
this episode, and this is proof that they heard it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if they got this far in, good for them.
Oh man.
Yeah.
God bless them.
Yeah.
For real.
There you go. All right, that's
All right,
it.
that's in
works.
full effect.
Just tag
There you
at
go.
MikiDz Show, MikiDz Show,
Yeah.
and follow them. That's it.
Yep.
Boom, easy.
Easy. Figure it out.
Money where my mouth is.
We're not even make a clip of it. Just if you heard it, you heard it.
If you heard it, we're not making.
Yeah, no clip.
No, don't make clip. Don't make this.
Found it. This is a Easter egg. Maybe next week we'll give away a pair of shoes. Who knows?
Ooh.
Shit, nigga, I'm about to make
Right.
a fake account. Burner account. What? Hey, girl, let's get this. Let's get these.
Maybe he's not Draymond. He's Kevin Durant.
Hey, man, let's.
The burner.
Oh man.
Slithering snake.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, what was the last one? Oh yeah, subscribing to their Twitch, huh? That's like
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
active.
That's
active-
gift giving.
Gift giving.
That's
yeah.
gift
That's
giving.
gift giving.
That's
Yeah.
gift
Yeah.
giving.
Real,
Yeah.
real definitely paid for lunch today.
Man.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Listen,
No, we ain't really.
y'all pay for lunch.
I'm just being stupid. Just being stupid.
Came out the Twitch account.
Rell did said he wasn't gonna donate it, but he's like, "Fuck it, let's just put it on lunch."
Yeah.
Wait, who's your top?
Technically, that's donating, right? Donating lunch to these people.
It was at a small business.
Was it what?
Where did the lunch come from?
It came from a Thai food spot.
Are you 1099 on Twitch?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to be.
Oh,
Yeah, that's when you get affiliated and you they ask you for all your information.
they don't allow you to send to LLC.
I'm sure you could. I didn't think about that. That's actually smart. I wonder if I can go back in there and switch that. Yeah. I wonder if I can go in there and make that switch.
To Twitch?
You ain't been on Twitch.
I'm late.
MikiWAR.
Hit the
All right,
Sorry, guys. I'm thinking of how we can continue the show.
It's the air horns. That's why we got him.
Yo,
That's how we transitioned.
who's gifted the most subscribers?
So far?
Yeah.
Keep
You.
count. They keep
I want
counting.
to hear
for you?
Omar. I
Publishers,
want to hear.
Yeah, it's got to be between you and Night Train.
I want to know how many Night Train has.
It's got to be between
I
you
did
and Night Train.
25.
I'll do one more. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you balled out
25
last
off
night.
the rip. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you.
You know.
You even
Some
you
light.
even threw it in the chat. Like, what's up? What you gonna do?
Nah, but that was just
Look,
because
man.
Night Train was there and I knew you would
Yeah,
show
Night
up.
Train came in. Horacio
No.
came in and
I
showed
said,
love.
look,
I think Horacio brought up like 11.
Yeah,
I saw his Closet Azul come out. I just ordered the Ciroc. The song's in last night. Go ahead, player.
we got
I went,
the Magnum.
I went a little hard last week.
Taking it easy this week.
Yeah. There was somebody who was just like talking mad shit to me in Night Train's Twitch. And I just went for it.
Talking shit to you and Night
Yeah,
Train's
it was a
stream?
girl.
Damn.
It was so aggressive.
What was she saying?
I mean, it was about the subscribers. It wasn't serious.
Because she was upset that you were subscribing, gifting.
Yeah, I just
everyone
came in.
something.
I was like, oh, yeah, like, this is what we do. As
How can
friends.
I
Support
don't
friends.
understand why would someone
Yeah,
be
what
upset
was it
about
be?
that.
I don't know. She wanted the first place thing.
Oh, she wanted the first place.
Oh.
Shit, tell her to get her money up then.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't a broke.
Get your
Yeah,
bag
this ain't a
right.
broke man's game.
Yo, what's wrong with
Listen.
you? You want the number one? It's gonna cost you.
I did forget how much.
Did you
the
call her a
subscribers
brokey?
cost. No.
Okay.
You call her a bum bitch?
No. The amount of subscribers I bought did.
Talk
Say
to
less.
I didn't say this.
Oh man,
MikiWAR.
Let's go.
Can we? Are we? Where are we going?
Well, what do you guys think Tory's love language is?
Shit.
Oh boy.
He gonna get a lot of love languages when he's in jail. You dumbass motherfucker. What? This,
What do you think she told him? You think she said Travis Scott's better?
who you? What makes that to
Yeah.
him?
What do you think got him?
I don't
think
know.
she
Do you
just-
guys know? Do you guys know why what the altercation was about?
We don't know why he allegedly shot her because they found the gun after the fact.
Yeah.
She said she stepped on glass, whatever, and then after they pulled him over and searched the car, that's when they found the gun.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm saying, do you know why, or what they're allegedly saying the disagreement was that they were having inside the vehicle prior to?
So when
they
they were
don't-
driving up there, she told him, "I'm too much woman for you."
Mm.
And no, I'm kidding. I don't
Oh.
know.
Well,
real
from what I
convincing.
read,
I was.
yeah, from what I
convinced.
read, it had something to do with Kylie, and it was about either Tory was going on too strong, as apparently Tory and Meg had like a little thing going on.
Okay.
And apparently at this gathering that they all had, either Tory was going too hard on Kylie, or vice versa. Kylie was, and they weren't, and Meg wasn't fucking with that shit. You know what I mean?
You know what goes on in my mind when I hear that is I haven't got with Meg yet, and it seems like it's gonna happen. But just in case, I'm gonna go work this out as a backup.
Baby, you got options.
Yeah. It's
Listen,
like, you ain't fully give it to me yet.
man, come
so
on. I mean, but
while
you
you're
gotta-
not doing that, I'm gonna go plant this seed and
You
get
gotta
the
be
ball
100
rolling on
though. You
this.
gotta be 100. Like, is she gonna choose Travis Scott or Tory Lanez?
That's kind of wild, though. I mean, because they know each other very well, Tory and Travis.
Yeah,
and
of
for
course.
him to be getting after the baby mama like that, if that's the case,
If that's the case, we're saying if that's the scenario.
that's
yeah.
wild. But it doesn't surprise me because in Hollywood, that's just
It's a big orgy, man.
it is. It's a fraternity of people that haven't fucked each other yet.
Yeah.
I'm potting, huh? I'm potting, right? I'm potting.
Well,
Man, listen.
Greek week, baby.
we're in the valley.
Tory, he's first of all happy to see that Megan is doing well
For sure.
and she's healthy and
Yes.
what you call it and whatnot. But Tory, you dumb as fuck, bro. You dumb
Yeah.
as fuck, man. You was on top of the world, and I think that's what happens to a lot of these artists, these celebrities, or whatever. Things start going extremely well for them. Deals start happening,
Maybe think they're untouchable.
and their ego starts to elevate a little bit, and they make stupid decisions.
Shoot a woman?
Yeah, what's going on in your mind if you allegedly pulled out a gun and shit?
Again,
Like what?
There's nothing that she could say.
Nothing.
I hear
sorry.
you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I hear you. You know what I'm saying?
He had to do a heat check just to see how hot he was. Like, oh, my bad.
Right, yeah, I'm not that hot.
Pull it back. Run
Right.
the offense. Get the offense rolling.
Nah, he's done. He's fucked, bro. Like he's done.
Back to
He's done.
Canada.
Yeah.
He's out of here.
Like
Yeah.
just go underground for a while.
Just
Like
go.
yeah, take some time
It's
off.
not hard to hide right now.
Yeah, go.
Just wait for somebody else to fuck up.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake just had a kid and y'all didn't even know his wife was pregnant. It's not that hard to hide.
Yo, that's real talk. I didn't know that.
Hey, I realize black men don't fare well with the Kardashians, around the Kardashians.
Because they're toxic.
Right. And even
Right.
someone who's not in a relationship with
girls.
any of them put himself in a position.
You know, the guy too. Look what what you calling China happened.
He's a girl.
Travis
not
is-
Bruce.
Travis is doing
Bruce.
good,
You talking
man.
about Rob?
Oh,
Travis
Yeah,
is doing
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
huh?
Travis is doing good.
Travis is doing all right.
No, but they broke up though.
No, they were
Yeah,
just
but he didn't hurt his
together.
money or his
I mean,
reputation.
yeah, not that. But I'm saying they still. You're saying as far as like you saying
'Cause he snapped out of
You
it.
saying business wise or just what you call it?
Just health, business.
Well, that's what I'm saying because they still broke up. I mean, they might be. I think they're back together now.
Co-parenting.
But
Well, we'll see what his next album sounds like.
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But
I mean,
Tory's not in a relationship yet. He still couldn't get out of there without some shit going down.
listen. I mean, hey, I don't know.
If
get
I were
it.
you, I would just stay away from the Kardashians.
Why the fuck would I want to be near the Kardashians?
Because I said
for?
black men don't fare well around the Kardashians.
Yeah, but why would my black
If
ass
Night
be
Train
there?
says, "Yo, Rell, come with me. I got this little thing at Kylie's house. You know, let me know if you want to jump on."
Am I getting paid for it?
It doesn't matter. Don't do it.
If I'm getting paid for it,
Yeah, what you
fuck
mean?
that. What you talking about, nigga? What are you talking about?
Joe, you're the escort and now have morals?
Yeah, right, nigga. Shit, listen,
There's a difference between escorting and safe escorting, Mike. You don't just do it for the money. You got to put yourself in a position to be safe while you're getting the
You
bag.
got to scout the situation.
You got to
But
know
if
what
you-
you're
but
getting into.
Proper
but small
screening.
risk, small reward, right? You gonna
Kylie
take that
says,
risk?
you know what, Night Train heard this dude Rell on Twitch. You know, instead of throwing him subs, I just want to pay him 10 racks, but he may not get out alive.
alive,
who
like
even
physically
says that?
alive, like
Yeah.
Who
There's a
says-
risk.
10 racks is not worth my life, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When you put yourself around the Kardashians, you run that risk.
Niggas is not dying around the Kardashians.
Tory
bro.
Lanez's career is dead.
That's because of the dumbass action Tory took.
And because the Kardashians
That's the
put him
gun
in
he
that
chose to take with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Nonsense.
And who the hell tells you they're going to kill you?
I'll give you 10 racks, but you can't spend it because
Right.
you're gonna be dead.
That invite comes with the warning, is what I'm saying. The Kardashian
There's a
invite
disclaimer.
comes with the
So
warning.
there's a disclaimer when
Yes.
they get the invite.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You
No,
gotta be
she's not going to say,
paranoid.
or else, you know, it comes with them.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Head on a
Don't
swivel, man.
just don't
Yeah.
take it.
You just be ready. That's it. You got to be ready.
Yeah. Speaking of verses,
This nigga. Come on, hit the air horns for the transition.
come on, man. MikiDz Pod.
Okay.
That's
Joe,
like
Joe do an
that was-
ISO play for real.
Right.
That was like not even a slam transition. That was like butchering the mix and stop, hit the air horns. Yo, just want to say my name's Dainjazone.
Uh-huh.
I hope y'all doing good. When you see
Introduce
some bottles
yourself.
coming out,
Introduce yourself.
hit your drop about 10 times.
So
What is
I'm not
it?
gonna
What-
say nobody's name, but that did happen. And the music was off for 5 minutes, and it was just dead air. And Mike, oh man, it was
That
terrible.
happens.
Oh,
In
it was
5
bad.
minutes is like an
You talking about
hour.
what it was?
No. Again, I'm not. Well, I mean, I could bleep it if that's what y'all want me to say it right now.
Yeah, bleep it.
Okay, it was what's it?
We don't bleep that. We don't bleep that.
No, we gonna bleep that out of respect.
Yeah.
Look,
You know,
it happens though.
El Presidente ain't letting that slide.
It happens. Some just handle it douchier than others. I'm not saying that's what he did, but there are a lot of douchebags out there that handle it a different way, and it's not cool.
I mean, shit happens. It
Shit
might not have been
happens.
his fault.
I can't say.
My laptop got kicked off a stand. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, power goes out, shit happens. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's not always, if the music stops, it's not always the DJ's fault.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But DJs always throw your hands in the air and look around like, what the fuck? Even if it is your fault, always just do that.
When all else fails,
Yeah.
Yeah, then look at
Yo,
someone.
what the fuck,
Yo, did you
man?
touch this?
Sound guy, come on.
Did she spill her drink on it? Yeah, and always blame the sound guy. Always.
Don't do that.
yeah,
kidding.
you are
I'm just
not getting
kidding.
hired.
Just kidding. But that's
depends on
what
what
some of you
venue.
nasty
It
motherfuckers
depends on
do.
what
and it ain't
venue.
right.
Versus. Go ahead.
Depends
Yeah.
how
You took a
hospitable
lot
he
of time
was.
writing this out, so let's
So
discuss
look.
this.
Don't say what you said off air so we can get this out of the way. Say what you
Yo,
said.
hold on.
I'm surprised you didn't do a voice memo of that shit.
All right, so round one, we got deep cover.
If he voice recorded his notes for verses, he could have just covered the whole episode.
Exactly.
We'd have been straight. Just submit that.
Mickey Rell took the night off because he just submitted a 45-minute voice note on Verzuz. Come on, man.
Dissect.
Joe, if I ever received a 45-minute voice memo from you, bro, we're having an intervention.
I just told somebody people that podcast by themselves is kind of crazy.
I mean, you gotta be a little
talking.
crazy.
I am legend. You just got to talk. You're talking to yourself.
Man.
Shit.
Shit, at least he had the dog.
Yeah, and he set up mannequins. You can set up a mannequin across from you and just be like, "Man, it's crazy what they're doing out here." What do you
that
think?
they're
Let me tell
agreeing
you
with
what
you.
you think.
Look, we've been doing, this is episode 56.
56.
And never has anyone put in the kind of effort. I just assume he, Dainja copy and pasted this, I hope. Because if he took the time
Nah, that nigga wrote that shit out.
to grammatically
And I put the year in.
set up
The year
paragraphs.
of each song.
Yeah, no, hell no. And he put featuring all 5 people in Ain't No Fun.
And the locks. Money, power, respect. DMX.
There's just way too much going on.
Lloyd
here.
Banks. Young.
Anyway, this is clearly a passionate topic for Dainjazone.
Joe just wanted to be right about this one. He wanted to be right.
Look, going into these notes, Mickey already sketched out some notes, and then I did further research on love languages and connecting with the topics. So I knew what. So I at least sounded like I know what the hell I'm talking about here.
Right.
So I started updating the notes with the love languages and the work languages, and I said, "Oh, we're going to talk about verses instead." Live on air, going back and trying to figure out what the order was or what was played. Hold on, let me scroll through. Let me look up some random website. No, I got it all here so we can just scroll through. I copy and pasted. I did not do this out individually per word. I did not relish in every round as I posted it. I copy and pasted it.
There.
Huh?
See what you did there.
Yeah, I'm out here. I copy and pasted it. So I was like, cool, now we can just stay focused in the notes and go through it. With that being said, I think on the last podcast, I think I said it was going to be, X was only going to get 7 or 8. And then on Twitch, one of your Twitches, I mobbed in that bitch and said 14-6.
Nah, nigga, you said 17-4.
17-4.
Yeah. And one.
No,
I
what?
think-
17-4, that's
so
21 tracks.
They did 21 tracks.
I know, but I only counted 20. So
No,
I
you
said
Oh, so then maybe it was 16-4-1.
6. It was, no. Before the verses kicked off, my prediction was,
the last
I'm
one.
sorry,
The last one. I see what you're saying.
14-6.
Yeah.
And then my final count, my final tally was 17-4-1. It would have been 16-4-1 or
16-4-1. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so I'm let me give myself some flowers.
What was
for my
the
prediction.
one? What was the one tie?
The one tie. Well, let me say that the C murder joint, strictly. Oh, down for my. Yeah. I actually had that one losing
Down for my-
to my by DMX. And I forgot which one I gave a tie to be honest with you. I didn't make a
Let's go through it real quick.
Okay,
Since
real
you have it
quick.
all written down.
And I want to say DJ Payment, shout out to him. Nothing but love for him. Always good vibes. But he is fucking crazy. The first 5 rounds, he had it. Or the first 6 rounds, he had a tie 3-3.
Oh, I saw that.
I said, fam.
I saw you were even one going at this.
Bam!
Yeah.
Hit the first 5 tracks Snoop played are hanging from the fucking ceilings of the hip hop arena.
Yeah.
Of the hip hop
That
Hall of
nigga came
Fame.
in hot, bro.
All right. Deep Cover, called it. First song against intro. I went with Deep Cover.
Wait. So before we move forward, so there's I think there's just a bunch of different ways people score this. So
Okay.
you're doing it. It's either one or the other or a tie, right? And then you give them one or tie or you either give it to Snoop, X, or
Okay.
tie.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a person that scores it. Snoop. Oh, X also got a good record. 1-1. That's one song. That's also
Wait,
how
wait.
people score it.
Say
Really?
that again. Say that last
Yeah.
one.
But wouldn't that be considered a tie?
Yes. But I'm saying that's the other way they score it.
Uh,
Like, oh, this is a powerful record. So, like, okay, again, Snoop, X, or tie. Only 1 point goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Then there's 2 points
Mm-hmm.
available. And then if you have a good record, he gets a point.
Okay.
He gets a point.
Okay, look,
And
this
now
ain't
you're
hockey.
1-1.
This the only points that matters are the ones that
Go in the
the goals
bucket.
that are
So-
scored. Did you score the goal or not?
Yeah. Well, it's like goal scored.
Yeah.
But then you can score a goal. They can score a goal.
Okay. I understand. But this is either did you win the round, and if you didn't win the round, no points are awarded to you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how I scored it.
Okay. So deep cover.
Deep cover, 1, DMX, 0. Okay. Round 2, Who Am I? What's My Name? Versus What's My Name by DMX. Great track, DMX. It ain't Who Am I? What's My Name? Round 3, 2-0.
You could argue it.
You
could
can
argue
argue
that
all
one,
this
yeah.
shit if you really
No,
care
no,
to.
no.
All right, off the
There's a
bat, we
lot of-
know.
No, I'm just saying
there's a lot
there's
of them
just
that
a
you
lot
can't-
But
of
that's
there's
like
bias.
if you're gonna do one there for the sake of the conversation, right?
Mhm.
That's one where it would be 2-1.
You can't be mad at someone saying that was the second round, right? I wouldn't be mad if someone was like, I got it scored 1-1 right now. As opposed to you saying 2-0.
Or
Yeah,
2-1.
I would. Where I disagree, no, we won't be long on this. But where I disagree is
I don't know. We're
this
off to
track-
a slow start.
this track is one of the biggest songs ever in hip hop, and I'm not even going to mention
Snoop's
what
track.
album it came from
Snoop's track.
because So because I feel that way about this song, how does DMX's song match up to the way I feel about this song? And this is not even so much my feeling. This is a fact, right? One of the biggest hip hop singles, right? So I don't think it matches up, although it is a great song. It is a big song, but it doesn't match up to what Snoop did with that song. So
that's fair.
my card is 2-0. Gin and Juice. Again,
This
one of
nigga
the
dropped
biggest
Gin and
single.
Juice in
in the third round, I'm
round.
like, come on, man. Gin and Juice versus What's My Name?
Yeah.
Gin
That's
and
Gin
Juice.
Juice.
So we got
Gin-
3-0. I got a 3-0. Round 4, Nothing But a G Thing versus some X shit. I got it 4-0. Okay. America's Most Wanted versus Stop Being Greedy. Tupac gets the dub. 5-0. Offer. At this point, I'm like, is there skunks in verses? And I don't like. I know a lot of New York guys are passionate. I don't mean any disrespect to DMX because clearly he's one of our greats.
Yeah, he's a pioneer.
And I've acknowledged him before, but this wasn't his day. Round 6, Down for My Ends. DMX, My Ends. I gave that one to DMX.
Was it a sympathy?
No, I thought that one was a stronger single.
Okay.
Round 7, so 5-1, Snoop. Round 7, Ain't No Fun in round 7. He could have played this in 19 and 18 and would have been all right. Round 7, Ain't No Fun, Aaliyah, Come Back in One Piece. Snoop's a dirty man. I had to give that to him. 6-1.
And the crazy thing about it is I felt like Snoop had the weakest verse in that song.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, that
it
leads
still
me
would've
to the
trumped.
that leads me to the next song, Bitch Please, which I think is
Is that your response to him or?
She's stupid.
round 8, Bitch Please. I don't think that's one of Snoop's best verses. I just felt like he just was just whatever about it because the record was strong enough on its own and Exhibit setting it off and Nate Dogg. I mean, so many great things going for that record. And DMX's X Gon' Give It To You. I may have given that one the tie. That might be where my tie is.
You gave that a tie?
I think X gonna give it.
X
Yeah.
gonna give it to you?
I may have given that to X.
Okay, let's hear
I
that
don't
one.
remember. But let's say I gave it to X.
So 6-2.
Could be the tie. 6-2. Round 9, Snoop, G's and Hustlers, Who We Be with X. That I had to G's and Hustlers edge it out for me. But if you guys said DMX, perfectly cool with that.
All right, for the sake of the argument, 6-3.
6-3. The Shiznit versus Get It On the Floor.
Get it on the floor.
See, Get on the floor is if we're talking about the actual records and the impact that it had in the industry, Get It On the Floor had a bigger impact than the Shiznit.
Okay.
6-4.
So yeah, I gave it 6-4.
Fucking with D. Now they swap. Fucking with D versus Snoop's Laylo. I went Laylo.
That's fair.
That's right.
I gave it to Laylo too. When
7-4.
7-4. What these bitches want versus Beautiful.
It's just such a good battle right there.
I mean,
that one I was like,
but I'm gonna be honest with you. I gave that one to What These Bitches Want.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though
Beautiful is a bigger song.
Bigger track. It's a bigger track.
7-5.
All right. How's it going versus Pump Pump? How's Pump Pump?
How's it going?
Yeah, see, but that's where like, so now we're stepping like G's and Hustlers, Pump Pump. Now we're stepping into what I grew up on.
Right.
And that connects with my affinity for the whole Doggy Style album. And it's fair if you guys go with the DMX pick because
I'm going to tell you why. This is what I said to Rell. The difference is with these West Coast records, especially us being here, I feel like a lot of Snoop's records don't have that same nostalgia because we still hear them so frequently. You know, a lot of these records are getting played, you know, nightly still. You know, even on these streams now. You're not hearing none of these DMX records. So when you hear them and you haven't heard it in a minute, it hit way different. You know what I mean?
That's fair. So I went with Pump Pump.
So 8-3. 8-5, sorry.
All right. It's All Good versus Bitches Ain't Shit. I mean, again, shit, I grew up on shit that spoke to me. That's my bias kicking in.
That one I think I was giving it a tie because it was Bitches Ain't Shit and what was DMX's song again?
Pump Pump, how's it going down? Bitches Ain't Shit. What These Bitches Want? No. Oh, Bitches Ain't Shit and It's All Good.
It's All Good. Yeah, It's All Good. It's all good. It's all man. Like I was like that got to be a tie.
I think you could give it to if you wanted to make an argument, you could give this song you could give it to X the round because it's his record versus a feature.
I give it a tie. In this conversation, I give it a tie, but I think I gave Snoop the point. DMX slipping.
I gave it a tie, but I gave Snoop the
point. in this
So
conversation.
8-5-1. He's talking about his original score.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at 8-5-1 between us.
Between y'all. I still stand by my score.
This is a podcast.
Okay, podcast score. Not all of us are agreeing upon it though.
Wow.
DMX is slipping. My love language for you guys is annoying you guys and
right,
getting under your skin.
Run the play, Joe. Run the
slipping. Now I'm thinking, all right, come on, slipping. This should be a guaranteed point. You know, in spades, you just give them the throwaway card.
Yeah.
Even though you're at, round 15. Murder Was the Case was a response.
Slipping's fucking.
Y'all are crazy. See, now we're talking about different generations.
What I'm saying is a lot of
You're
these things
2 years older.
Yeah, but you didn't grow up on Doggy Style, Mickey.
But what I'm saying is just because so a lot of your joints can be biased because you grew up on Doggy Style, right? So
and that's
if we're
why
talking about
any type of ranking system
anybody's personal ranking is going to be biased to some sort, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about those two tracks, right?
Yeah.
And what it is. I have to give it to Snoop because the track was bigger than Slippin'.
Okay.
Even though Slippin' was that shit when he dropped it, I was like,
it was tough.
Man.
It's tough. Done Started Something versus Doggy Dog World.
Yeah, Doggy Dog.
Doggy Dog World.
Come on. Round 17, 4, 3, 2, 1 versus I Love It. I think I gave this to Snoop.
I Love It. It's just a great record.
I love it, bro. I forgot all about that shit. And he was just like, yo, man, I got the way he set it up and he dropped that shit, I was like,
yo, shout out to Battle Cat.
Bro,
God damn.
Battle Cat was bodying that shit.
Yeah, he is a magician.
I love it.
Okay. What's your score? What you got?
That puts us at 9
and 5, right?
No.
9, 5, and 1.
No, it's 10.
That was round 17.
Oh, then it's because you didn't give Slippin'.
11, 5, and 1.
11, 5, and 1.
All right. Round 18, Money, Power, Respect versus PIMP Remix. I went Money, Power, Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. 11, 6, and 1.
Round 19, Rough Riders, nothing but G thing. I went with nothing but a G thing. I don't know if there's much of an argument here.
That's an even
Yeah, I
kill.
think that could be.
I don't know if there's much of an argument here.
Nah, what?
It could be a tie.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
what
a
I'm
tie,
saying. I
bro.
think that could
That's
be
a
a tie.
Okay.
Okay.
Joe biased
Yeah,
as fuck
man.
on this one.
Fam, it's nothing but a G
You
thing.
gotta be objective.
It's
on
Rough
this one.
Riders
Yeah, man,
anthem.
come
Nigga,
on.
what?
I understand that, but there aren't too many singles that are getting nothing but a G thing out of here. There aren't too many. And Rough
Rough
Riders
Riders
Anthem
Anthem-
isn't one of them.
It's going just as crazy though. You could play them back to back, and they're gonna get the same reaction.
reaction from it.
Wait,
Tie.
hold on.
Don't even DJ and I know this. What you mean? Come on.
Let's go stats.
Oh, numbers don't lie. Well, while you're looking that up,
Yeah,
round 20, Party Up versus Drop It Like It's Hot. I went Party Up. And then round 21, Where the Hood At versus Next Episode. Next episode.
Yeah. I'm surprised
He still had that one in the tuck.
Yeah.
Both of them had
Rough
that.
Riders was bigger in the hood than it was in fucking Billboard. Never mind.
Never mind.
I mean, numbers wise.
Numbers always lie. I don't know what you're talking about.
You just
Numbers
All right.
don't lie. Men do.
So what's our final total? What's the podcast tally?
Wait, what did you say for round 20?
Round 20, Party Up.
give it to X, and then 21. We
21, give it to Snoop.
I mean, but do you even bring up 21?
You don't have to. I'm fine with it now coming up.
Okay.
For
so
our final
then
tally?
It was 12. No, wait. Yeah, it was 12, 7, and 1.
So again, it wasn't a complete slaughter.
But see, here's the thing: those tracks, those rounds that X won, some, if not most, were edged out. In my mind,
Okay.
except for like PIMP, I thought Money Power Respect dismisses PIMP, but and I'm not trying to make it seem like X wasn't worthy opponent or anything, but you gotta just be honest and say he got him the fuck out of here.
Okay, if X could dance as good as Snoop,
You stupid.
Well, we didn't give X a point for his prayer at the beginning.
You didn't want to give a point.
Well, let's give him a point for the prayer.
He ain't gonna help
It's
him.
actually, you don't.
12-8 now?
Sympathetic
No?
point.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sympathy bars.
Yeah, a sympathy point from you.
Yeah, I think so, and I don't mean to sound like I'm like riding the coattails of this Snoop energy, but what do you think would have been a better matchup for Snoop? Because I saw Jay-Z thrown around in there, and again, in that moment, I think a lot of people were just high off Snoop's catalog and forgot perhaps. But where do you think Snoop? Who do you think Snoop would have matched up better with?
Jay would be nice, but I think just because I don't know, I think Jay might just body him.
I think you'd get more street from Jay.
I don't know. I think it's a fair. I think that would be a fair matchup. To be honest with you, Jay and Snoop would be a fair matchup because they both have very
Endless
street. Yeah, endless hits. They both have street records. Obviously early in the '90s. And they could have each sat in that '90s the first round.
Snoop didn't leave the '90s until Beautiful.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
That's the oldest song.
Yeah.
The newest song he played was Beautiful.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But then you could, we could do the same thing with Jay, you know what I'm saying? But I think that would have, I actually think, out of all the people that they were trying to get Jay to go against, Snoop made the more sense than anybody. You know what I'm saying?
It does, but I think when I think of Jay, I think lyrically, right? I think of lyrical, like obviously you think he's got it all, but I think where you have to find someone to match up with him is who has the hits and is lyrical. And I think from a lyrical standpoint, Jay will beat Snoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but
it's
if we're talking about what the criteria of verses is, it's just hits.
just hits, yeah.
It's just hits.
Yeah,
So
no, I'm with it.
If you're matching hits with hits, you know what I mean? The impact that it had on the industry. I guess the question would be, who would be a better fit for Jay-Z besides Snoop?
Yeah.
I think it would have been like.
And you can't. I don't want to hear Diddy. I don't want to hear Diddy.
No,
because
it would've
Diddy is
been,
not.
I think Snoop and Luda would have been a better matchup versus what they ended up doing with Luda and Nelly.
I don't
Because it
think
felt
so.
similar.
I don't think so because Luda didn't really hit the scene until what? The late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, but when he hit the scene, he had him.
Yeah, he did. But what I'm saying is at that time, Snoop already was in the game for almost a decade and
Yeah,
had
like-
hits.
yeah,
and
catalog's
he was
different.
still
He would have
was still
bodied.
kinda-
He
yeah,
would've
I
bodied
think Snoop
Luda.
would have got Luda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snoop would have got Luda.
Because if we playing street records, right? If he comes off Deep Cover, he's playing G Thing, he's playing, you know what I mean, all these tracks. What is Ludacris responding with for those tracks?
His Major Look remix, and that's it.
See, look, Snoop, what kind of separates him in these verses is his street records are like are on the precipice of fucking
Precipice.
of pop.
The Pantheon.
You know what I mean? The pinnacle. His street records, like there are some guys that have street records that, if you're like, you only know because you were in the streets. But his street records are like borderline, like international songs. And that's where where he can separate himself from damn near everybody. Same thing with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You can create that same argument for Jay-Z.
That's why I said I think that would have been the ideal match. Snoop against Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just been like.
But is Jay too far separated from Snoop?
I think some people
now,
see it like that.
I think so now.
I'm just saying, like,
Because
I'm not even talking about the catalog. I'm saying in people's eyes, right? Basically, because of all the other successes Jay has outside of his music work. Like, do you think people just look at him like, nah, like they're in different worlds?
Yeah, I mean, right now you can say no one's in Jay-Z's world. Like, there's no like fair opponent for Jay right now when it comes to those versus battles or whatever.
I just think you're right, and I think there's more of a consistency when it comes to Jay's catalog, right? Like every album is, it's like every album has to fit, has to be at a certain tier.
Yeah.
Snoop's, I don't know if some people look at his albums like that. They might say, okay, that was a dope single, but I don't know if I'm gonna go back and listen to a Snoop album after his No Limit days or whatever, you know? But you can, a lot of people feel that way about Jay-Z.
All right.
So, we
don't need to talk about the Snoop thing anymore. Thanks.
Yeah, I want to say one thing that Rory said on Twitter.
Point across.
That was funny. While we were celebrating the catalog of two legends, one of them told us he was molested at 13, then consciously told us the reason why he felt it was okay at the time, and we just kept dancing. And I said, yeah, I gave him a point though. You got to point that round. So what's the problem?
You would quote the white guy.
And that's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen.
On that
The air horn show.
Can we also acknowledge that X started talking about his baby mamas and then talked about the one that he liked the most? Oh, but Sharice, she's cool. She's cool with this shit, man. She loves this shit.
Fucking baby mama.
When the whole you were how very clear you were about Samantha being the only person that you love, just reminded me of when Snoop says something and he's like, oh, he's talking about beautiful, and then he's thinking about women, the people in Brazil, and then at the very end of it, of course, he's like, and shout out to my wife, you know, of course, and then X just goes, yeah, and my fiance too.
Get him out the way. Just get him in there. Get him in there.
Let me just
Cover your asses.
Let me just, be safe. Anyway, appreciate you guys tuning in. Episode 56 is in the books.
Yeah. And wait. Who was our globalization DJ this past week? Leslie?
Yes.
Leslie, and this week we got Jason Weiss, Double Down Entertainment.
Yes, sir.
And myself, we're going back to back.
Yep.
So yeah, make sure you guys tune in. And if you missed the live mixes, catch them on Mixcloud at MikiDz Show.
At MikiDz.
It's at MikiDz?
On Mixcloud, yeah.
Oh, okay. At MikiDz.
Yep.
Then why do we say on the pod MikiDz Show?
That's our Instagram handle.
Okay. And with that being said, we are out of here.
I just designed the flyers, man.
All right.